Start with the 63rd example. Okay. Now what is said here? A chain of length L and mass m lies on the smooth surface of smooth sphere of radius r, which is greater than the length of the chain. One end of the chain is at the top of the sphere. Okay, so let's draw the diagram. So here this is the surface of a smooth sphere. I have drawn only hemispherical part of the sphere because this much is only of use in this particular example. So one end of the chain is touching at the top, while the other end is like this, and it is lesser than the radius. So that is our change. Let's draw it nicely, because for better understanding the drawing must be clear. So this is nothing but the chain, and its length is L, while radius of the circle is R. The first thing that we have to find is the gravitational potential energy of the chain with reference at a level at the center of the sphere. So taking reference level as the center of the sphere. But here you can see the various elements or various parts of the chain are at different height. So we cannot calculate directly the potential energy of the complete chain. First we need to find the potential energy of the small element. So let's take an element. So consider a small element of this chain which is subtending an angle, say d theta, at the center, and the position of this element from the vertical is theta. And what should be the mass of this chain? So here let the length of this chain is dl. So as we know very well, arc length is nothing but radius into d theta, so dl will be equal to r d theta. While the length L of the chain is having mass m, so what should be the mass of dl part of the chain? Dm. So therefore the mass of this part of the chain will be, by unitary method, m by L into dl, where dl is r d theta, so it will be m by L into r d theta, and we have got that mass of the element. Now what we have to find is the height of this element, so that we can find the potential energy of this element. So this is the height of this element. As we know very well, r is the radius and h is the height, while theta angle is known to us. So in that case, by using this triangle and theta, I can find the height. So by applying the cosine function cos theta, side adjacent upon hypotenuse, we have got the radius height as r into cos theta. As we have got the mass of element and height of the element, so we can find the potential energy of that element. So potential energy of the element will be equal to dm into g into h. So dm is m r by L into d theta into g into height h is r cos theta. So that comes out to be m r square g by L cos theta d theta. Okay, so that is the potential energy of the element. Now we want to find the potential energy of the complete chain. Here theta is the variable. Now you can see the diagram. The chain subtends an angle which varies from vertical from 0 degree to, say, here theta. So here I can say this complete angle is how much. So again, by using arc length is equal to radius into theta, so the complete angle subtended by the chain is L by r. So therefore the total potential energy possessed by the chain is integration of du, where theta varies from 0 to L by r complete theta. So m r square g upon L are the constant which can be taken as outside, and in the integration what remain is cos theta d theta, where limit varies from 0 to L by r. Now integration, so m r square by g L, the integration of cos theta is sin theta, and here the theta varies as 0 to L by r. So by substituting upper limit and lower limit, we have got the potential energy here, which is mr square g by L into sine upper limit L by R, while sine lower limit sine 0 is 0. So this is the potential energy of the chain at this position right now. Okay, so this completes our A part. Now let's solve the B part of this question. Oh, so what is said in the B part? Suppose the chain is released and slides down the sphere. Okay, so now the chain is being released and it slides down, so its potential energy get converted into kinetic energy. We have to find the kinetic energy of the chain when the chain has slid through an angle theta. Okay, so let's take the next page for part B. Now for part B, it is said that, so this is that chain, and this particular chain, whole chain, initially it is subtending an angle equal to L upon R. Now I will draw with the blue color. When the chain has slid by an angle, say theta, so this would be the position of the chain, like this. And now the angle subtended by the chain is still L by R, but it has turned through an angle theta here. Okay, so this angle is again L by R. Now this is theta plus L by R. Oh, we know that by conservation of mechanical energy, I can say the increase in kinetic energy of chain is equal to the decrease in potential energy of the chain. So increase in kinetic energy will be final kinetic energy half mv square, or we have to find only kinetic energy. So we will not write half mv square, I will write just kinetic energy final of the chain minus kinetic energy initial is 0 is equal to decrease in potential energy. So potential energy final minus potential energy of the chain initial. Now as we know very well, what would be the potential energy in the new position? So this minus sign will get inside and it will be initial potential energy minus final. As initial potential energy is already known to us, that is m r square g by L into sine L by R minus sine, while potential energy at any position is given by m r square g by L. Now in the new position will be again integration cos theta d theta, but here now the angle subtended theta by the chain varies from, so it has turned by an angle theta, so that's why that theta through which it is being turned, and the final angle, that is theta plus L by R, which is the final angle subtended. So theta to theta plus L by R. So therefore it would be equal to mr square g by L sine L by R minus mr square g by L. Integration of sine theta cos theta would be sine theta, and again if I substitute upper limit and lower limit in this, in the next step that I will do, from the whole thing, mr square g by L sine L by R minus mr square g by L, again in bracket upper limit, sine theta plus L by R, theta plus L by R minus sine theta, that is theta is the angle through which chain is being turned. Now I can take mr square g upon L as common, so what remain is sine L upon R minus sine theta plus L by R minus minus plus sine theta. So this is nothing but the kinetic energy achieved by the chain. Okay, so we have completed the B part of the question. Now let's solve the C bit of this question. Find the tangential acceleration dv by dt of the chain when the chain starts sliding. Okay, so here we have to find so let's take the next page again. In the third part we have to find dv by dt, that is the rate of change of speed. Now as we know very well, in the upper bit, above bit, in the B part, we have calculated the kinetic energy as mr square g by L in bracket sine L by R minus sine theta plus L by R, and minus minus plus would be sine theta. While the kinetic energy is given by the formula half mv square, so I will write here in this place half mv square. So this is half mv square. Now differentiate on both sides. This m and this m get cancelled, and I will send this 2 here. Now differentiate on both sides with respect to time t. So the derivative of v square will be 2v, and derivative of v will be dv by dt. 2r square g by L are constant. First, the derivative of sine L by R would be 0 because sine L by R is constant, minus, as theta is the variable, so here derivative of sine theta will be cos in bracket theta plus L by R into the derivative of theta with respect to time d theta by dt, plus again derivative of sine theta would be cos theta, and derivative of theta would be d theta by dt. As derivative is not with respect to theta, we should write d theta by dt. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled out. So dv by dt equals to r square g by lv in bracket. So this is nothing but cos theta minus cos in bracket theta plus L by R in bracket d theta by dt, where this d theta by dt is nothing but the tangential acceleration. Okay, so we need to find this at what instant, that is most important. So let's see what instant we have to find of the chain when chain starts sliding. So when the chain is starts sliding, it means the value of theta is 0 degree. So let's substitute. So if I substitute theta as 0 degree, so I can get the required answer. So dv by dt is equal to r square g upon lv in bracket cos 0 minus cos in bracket 0 plus L by R at this instant. D theta by dt is omega. As we know very well, v is nothing but the r omega. So I can substitute this v as r omega. So r square g upon L, r into omega, cos 0 is 1, minus cos of L by R into omega. So this omega and this omega get cancelled. Now this is nothing but the tangential acceleration at the instant, while this is the tangential acceleration at any position theta when chain is at the topmost position, while this is when it starts sliding. This omega and omega will get cancelled out. Thank you.